Many months later.
So it's been forever.
Yeah.
8
months.
8 months. Why has it been 8 months, Jared?
Because I was procrastinating buying a microphone, and then you were procrastinating actually bringing it over. And then I just ended up over at your house, and then we waited many more hours to actually do it.
I don't think anybody cares about the hours. that's like wondering, why did it take so long to get the frickin' milk in the bowl at the last second? Like, that fall down where the milk is just pouring. Like, that just took forever.
They're more concerned about how long it took to get it from the grocery store.
Yeah. Why did it take so long?
Yeah.
Why did it take 8 frickin' months to get the frickin' cereal?
To get it from the cow.
To get it from the cow.
to the cereal bowl.
Then you gotta pasteurize it. Then you gotta, Oh, fucking noises. There's noises in the place we're recording once again.
Ignore the noises.
Yeah. There's less noises than last time because
Definitely.
there isn't a dog and creaking houses.
Yeah.
Louder than the first time.
Certainly. The first time we were in the car.
Yeah.
Second time.
That still works pretty good, except somebody needs to use the car while we're doing the podcast. So,
Yeah.
Shit happens. So
are we going to tell them where we are, or shall we leave that a secret?
Let's let them guess.
Okay.
I don't like the whispering. It sounds weird.
I know.
Yeah, on the recordings.
Whatever. We'll let you guess, and whoever gets it right gets nothing.
Well, I'm going to steal this from some Australian guys.
Oh, yeah.
The guys who drop things.
Yeah, there's the other guys.
Well, Pena!
How do you pin someone?
I don't remember.
But I really have no idea.
I think you press the little three dots on the side of the comment, and then it says pin.
We'll screenshot the comment, and we'll put it.
No, you can pin the comment, Jared.
You can
at the top. Huh?
You can do that, I guess.
Yeah, because they do it in the video.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever. Okay.
I don't care. We'll do that.
And then what do they also say? And hit that little bell icon. No, that was a terrible one.
It was so bad.
Icon.
Hey, get the bell on.
Yeah.
Something like that. Except more Australian.
Except in Australian. That's a language,
Yeah.
In Australian. Kind of like in New Zealand, just, not. I'm kidding. New Zealanders aren't like Australians at all. They have nothing in common.
Theoretically on a completely different continent.
Technically
Did you hear
speaking,
about that?
yes. Yeah. Except,
Zoolandia.
who cares? Zoolandia. Because
it's the only country on it.
That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous name. Zooland. Who would choose that name? Zoolandia. That's a bad name, let's be honest.
Sounds like Zoolander.
It does. It also sounds like they're calling themselves a bunch of animals. The land of zoos? I don't know.
Well, it's a new...
Okay.
Zoo.
I found something to talk about in my head.
Okay.
Zoos. Should they be around?
See, this is how we come up with topics.
Because we couldn't come up with any fucking topic. But seriously, zoos. Should they be around?
Only if they are actually taking care of animals that...
So that
can't take care of themselves. Like they had an injury that actually prevents them from...
What is it called? Yeah, I know. But animal refuge?
Something like that.
Yeah, that's it.
And they can make money by letting people see them.
Yeah. Well, animal refuges... animal refugees? No, animal refuge...
Animal...
Refuges? I don't know what the proper pronunciation is.
Animal sanctuaries.
Animal sanctuaries. There you go.
That's a much better word.
Yeah. Those work a lot. Those are a lot nicer. Well,
and the enclosure should be bigger.
But zoos just seem bad. You know? It's like, oh, we sent away for this really cool animal. You're really gonna like it. Not really. I mean...
Why is New Mexico getting penguins?
Yeah, what
the
fuck?
What?
It's a desert. That's torture.
We are bringing penguins to Albuquerque.
I'm fine with us not having penguins here. That's totally cool.
We do not need penguins.
We also don't need polar bears.
No. I was making sure it was recording.
I know.
Because I couldn't see the blue light.
Oh, it's got a blue light.
It sounds different because we got a new microphone.
Oh yeah, we got a new microphone.
We forgot to mention that.
That's a thing. We were recording on my cell phone, which surprisingly, based on what we've listened to, sounds better than this new specific microphone.
But we're gonna try to edit the audio and see how that goes.
I don't know how it's gonna go.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
This is gonna be uploaded anyway.
If push comes to shove, just turn it down until you can't hear the static.
I'll try to remove the water heater as well.
Yeah, oh my god.
Hang on, let's just give it 2 seconds. There we go.
You like the sound of the water heater? It's a nice water heater. It's brand new. The other one leaked because it was like from the 80s.
There was a big crack in it, wasn't there?
No, it just like rusted through the base.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought there was a crack.
No, it had leaked water and then the base sat in the water and then the rust creeped up through the metal legs.
Oh.
And then it leaked out.
Well, that'll break a water heater.
Yeah. And it got overpressured and then just started pouring water everywhere. And they had to replace it with a brand new water heater. Now, every time the toilet frickin' gets flushed, I get burnt.
His toilet flushes automatically.
Yeah. Well, not automatically. It's not working right.
More like it'll flush randomly at any time it feels like it.
Yeah, basically.
Especially when people are in the shower.
Yeah, basically. It'll do like mini flushes because it leaks a tiny amount of water because we need a new toilet, but we're not buying a new toilet. We rent. We don't own. Like that's too much work.
Yeah.
But so it leaks a little bit. But why are we talking about the toilet?
Because we were talking about penguins.
Okay. That makes perfect sense. And how did we get to toilets from penguins again?
We went through the water heater.
Oh, yeah. No, then we weren't talking about penguins. That's not how we got the toilets. We got the toilets from the water heater.
We went from penguins through the water heater to the toilet.
Okay, well, zoos don't need Arctic animals is the point.
Zoos don't need animals.
Zoos don't need to exist.
No.
Animal sanctuaries may need to exist. Yeah. Animal refuge.
But specific places where they just get animals that are perfectly healthy and don't return them to wildlife, those shouldn't exist.
Yeah. Because, it's not nice. It's like animal prison.
Captivity.
And again, this is all because of the Orville. Like, I thought about this because of the Orville, because of that episode. Which was a copy of a Star Trek episode, which was a copy of something else.
They just kind of mentioned it and dropped it.
Yeah.
Just that we realized centuries ago that it was wrong.
Yeah, that it's like, oh, we used to have zoos on Earth for other animals, but then we realized we weren't better than them. Let's be honest here. We're better than most of them.
I just remembered Rick and Morty did the exact same thing with that exact zoo.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Everyone's done that. Jesus.
Rick and Morty, sent out a message or something and got some scientists to teleport there. And then they stole their teleportation device.
Oh, yeah.
And went back, and then they're trapped
That
there.
was the tiniest little thing, yeah.
Yeah, that.
Was that in Morty's Mind Blowers?
Might have been. But then there's this giant alien that then looks in the window.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. They're like, oh yeah, and they were making fun of Contact.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it was. They sent a message, the scientists deciphered it and built the big machine.
It must be aliens. And they built the big machine.
And it was just a prison break thing.
Yeah, it was just them trying to break out of prison. That's hilarious.
And the machine only had 2 seats.
Yeah. It's like, why can't you build, 4?
They didn't plan for it.
Well, Rick set the plans. He could have said 4. He was like, well, I gotta leave him a freaking present. And they're gonna wonder where the 2 humans went. Okay, I just ran out of shit to talk about. Okay, time to end the podcast. Bye.
No, we still got a while left.
Speaking of which, we never checked the time when we started.
It's 2:36 now.
So we started at like 2:30.
We've been recording for 10 minutes.
Okay. Cool. Stop standing up. It's really loud.
It is, but then I have to move the microphone to actually see the thing.
So we need to get basically 2 separate stand microphones, like individual mic, and then
And a better recording location.
yeah. Then the fucking okay.
You
Should
can't
we
say it.
You
You can't say it.
Damn it.
We'll say it next time.
Okay, fine. But I want to say it.
You can't say it.
Jared, you can't make me keep secrets.
It was your idea.
I know. But you know, what were you talking about? No, pull out the list. There was a list.
I'm gonna make some sounds when I'm pulling out the list. The list is
It's a short ass
TV,
list.
movies, everything that happened in between the time of the last episode and now, and talk about anything.
That's a really broad fucking
It
list.
is.
Okay, let's start with the top of the list. TV. We already covered that. Okay, movies.
We've covered a little of that, I think.
Have we? Whatever.
Maybe
Okay.
like briefly.
So, if you're into 1990s darkest comedies ever made, then you will love, and I do not recommend this movie. I'd like to point that out. I feel like recommending this movie could get me convicted of like a crime because it's such a fucked up movie.
I'm probably not going to end up watching this movie.
Yeah, no, don't watch this movie. I don't suggest it. You won't like it. I don't know. Maybe you'd like it, but I didn't like it. It scarred me. Here's the point. I'm glad I watched it because, you know, the experience of watching it, but it's not something you enjoy watching. It's not something you look back fondly on and like, oh, I love that movie so fucking much. No one's thinking that about this movie. And the movie was made in 1998, so it's as old as me, and it is called Happiness. And it's so fucking dark. Like,
How dark is it?
it's so dark, Jared, that blah, 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 blah happened. Like, I don't even feel comfortable talking about the plot of this movie. Just go, you got Google, you're watching this on the
you can
internet.
mention at all that happens that is like a blip?
No.
Like the dude picks up a card.
Okay, Philip Seymour Hoffman plays a creepy neighbor who, is very creepy.
Okay.
Yeah. That's it. I mean, he's not an evil neighbor, but he's creepy. And he's like the least obscene storyline in this whole fucking movie. So, yeah. At the beginning, he's the most obscene. At the end, he is the by far least obscene. By far. So, yeah, Happiness, just look it up. You can watch it if you like. I don't know. But here's another dark comedy that I highly recommend that watch. Oh, Four Lions. I didn't even think of that one.
Oh, I was thinking of that one.
You were thinking of that one?
I still haven't seen it, but I like the clips that you showed me.
Oh, it is fucked up. It was made in, what was it, 2008?
I don't know.
I think so. I've been watching dark comedies recently because, you know, dark comedies are great. Well, Four Lions is about 4 wannabe suicide bombers who live in England. And you'd think that couldn't be like a funny premise, but it's fucking hilarious because they're all idiots. And I can't explain it. Just go watch the movie. It's fucking hilarious.
So what was the movie you were going to say?
I was going to say Seven Psychopaths.
Oh.
That is an excellent movie.
I have not seen that.
You haven't seen any movies, Jared.
I have not seen almost every movie.
You've seen basically every, like, big, giant blockbuster movie. Like,
Just
giant
about.
blockbuster. But that's it. Not even the small blockbusters. Like, only the giant ones.
Pretty much.
I've seen most of the small ones. No, I've seen every blockbuster. I haven't seen all the movies. Like, I haven't seen Primer yet. It's a time travel movie.
Oh.
Supposedly, like, really fucking hard to follow. One of the hardest time travel movies that actually follow the timeline.
Uh-huh.
But I would argue it's actually 12 Monkeys. Because that one just fucking goes everywhere. But, no. Seven Psychopaths. Great movie.
Yeah.
So, you have anything to say about your favorite movies, Jared?
My favorite movies? I really liked Incredibles 1.
Oh, fuck you. Like, people are gonna hate you. So, like, don't get me wrong. Incredibles 1, great movie. But your favorite movie? Really?
No, that's not my favorite movie.
What's a movie you recently watched that you're like, damn, that was a good-ass movie?
Not
Silence.
recent.
That's also a movie, by the way. What do you think?
I haven't seen anything that I would consider my favorite movie lately.
Okay, not favorite, but what's a really good movie you saw recently? People don't think about what their favorite movie is very often. Like, I actually think about, what's my favorite movie?
I don't.
Yeah.
I'm
fucking weird, okay? I'll sit down, like, I'll fucking have an argument. I need to stop saying fucking. Like, it's annoying. It's annoying me. Like, and the likes. God damn it. All the fillers. Just go away. I'm sorry, I don't talk like the British. No, they say it just as much.
Yeah.
But what was I talking about? We're never gonna get back to it, are we?
No, I know it.
It's just lost in time now.
Yep.
It's out of the brain.
People don't talk about their favorite movies.
Oh yeah, people don't talk about their favorite movies because they don't think about it, and I'm weird because I'll just like sit and have those discussions. Like, here's the thing. Actually, we should do this right now. Here's an idea. Good idea. Let's say, like, I do this in my head. What would you do if you had a time machine and you went back in time and you could bring certain, like, what could you bring? You could bring certain
you mean like
modern technology. What
to show someone in the past specifically?
No, not necessarily even that.
Yeah.
But I'll just go through like the whole, like, what would you do? How would you become king of the past without fucking up the future? Well, like, how do you become the ruler of the world with future technology and all the knowledge that we know today with all the science we have while not fucking up your own existence? Like, you would have to legitimately find your entire genome.
You can't go back too far.
You would have to change the timeline. No, I think you could go back really far, but you'd have to, first off, know exactly how your lineage goes back. And then you need to become a ruthless dictator. And then you need to force those people to, at the exact time that they did when they did in the past.
And you have to know that.
And you have to know, which means you're going to have to do a lot of homework going back in time, like checking when, like, exact time.
The best way to do this is just to start now. Start keeping track of it. And then let someone in the future take care of it.
No. That's too much. That's too much work. And what makes you think, like, the guy in the middle is totally going to be like, yep, click. Because you got to be, it's got to be exact.
It's got to be precise.
But then again, all environmental factors. What if, like, you make people not die who were supposed to die? Like, if I were to go into the past and be a dictator, because that's all that existed in the past, was kings, which are dictators, or monarchs, but dictators.
Yeah.
Essentially. But, you go into the past, and I think I would be a good king. I would be a benevolent god. Yeah. You go back in time and you're just like, so this is what you need to do. And I, like, when I'm doing this by myself, just thinking about this, I go, so how would I describe how to make things?
How would you?
Because you can't.
Killed?
Good point. But
how would you show them the science without being accused of witchcraft?
Well, fuck them. You go back with fucking guns and you just kill anybody who accuses you of witchcraft. Like, what are they gonna do? Throw their fucking swords at you?
Well, they didn't even see the bullet. You just aimed that thing and it killed the guy.
What if you go back with like even a super basic Iron Man armor and 2 fucking guns, like you, or even a suit of armor and some Iron Man guns. What? I don't
Blasters.
know. Yeah. No.
Repulsors.
No. Even a suit of armor and some guns. The arrows couldn't kill you, and then you got guns, so the swords can't kill you.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. But the horses would freak the fuck out at the guns because they would have never heard guns before. They'd be like, "What the fuck are guns?"
Exactly.
Yeah. So you go back in time and you're like, so this is how you build a car, an internal combustion engine. So first you need
to refine metal.
Yeah, you need to refine metal. You need to refine steel. You need to make steel. You need to do all these things, and you need to put it all together. First off, I go much more in depth in my head, but I'm not going to explain it.
That'll take too long.
That will take way too long. But you know,
you have to explain a lot.
Yeah,
of stuff.
you have to explain it from the beginning. You have to explain
how gas works.
Yeah, fuck. You got to explain how to make hydrogen.
Chemistry works.
Yeah, you got to explain what science is. You got to explain how you learn things. Like, oh my god, you know how fucking agonizing it would be, But what I would do is I'd download Wikipedia,
download all of it,
and then go back. And every single, like, technical college manual or some shit. And that might take up a few megabytes of space. Or gigabytes. I don't know.
All of Wikipedia.
No, that would probably take up at least a terabyte.
At least.
Yeah. Maybe more. But, I mean, you don't need the pictures. You just... Well, actually, the pictures would have diagrams, and that would be helpful.
The pictures would help.
Yeah. For
then
people
freak
who don't
out when you show them their
now,
phone
how do you
with
get
a changing image on it.
Yeah, that's how you just prove you're God. I mean, here, like magic.
Ah, crap! It's out of battery.
It is.
No, like it runs out of battery.
Oh yeah.
And you're like,
I thought you were saying your phone's out of battery. Oh well, yeah. Well, I guess you could just bring one of those solar chargers back.
You could.
And also,
yeah, explain how that works.
First off. How the hell do you talk to them? Because they don't speak English.
Hearing by the...
Yeah, no.
Whatever.
That's not going to work.
I can't talk like that.
Like, even if you
go back... I can't even make it up.
Even if you go back to 1600s England, it's going to be difficult.
Oh, it is.
But, like, let's say you go back to, I don't know, the time of the Romans.
Oh, my God.
Now, you'd have to learn Latin. Fuck.
How the hell is that
pronounced? Like legitimate Latin.
Like how? No one speaks Latin.
No one speaks Latin. You'd have to go back and learn Latin. Now, if you spend enough time in a civilization, you'll learn the fucking language. Like,
I'm sure you could live there and just.
But how do you be the overlord? Well, first thing I would do is I'd force everyone to speak English. Like, okay, guys, learn a new language from the beginning. Now, from the top, everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4. A, B, C, D. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And that would be so fucking annoying. Teaching them English.
System.
Oh yeah, because they use fucking Roman numerals. Doing math in Roman numerals. Oh my god. I can't even imagine that. That would suck. Oh my god. That would be awful.
This is getting way too complicated.
Yeah, there's so much shit that goes into even explaining
you need a
time travel
to do this over a century.
Yeah.
Raise new generations learning this stuff, then you got it.
How do you... And you have to make sure you still exist at the end. Like,
exactly.
That's difficult. Well, that's if it acts as a loop, though. If it doesn't just create a new time stream that's completely separate.
Which we have no idea what it does because it's all theoretical.
Yeah. So if it just created a new time stream, then you would never disappear and you'd be in your own brand new universe. Or different universe.
And you're going to be completely gone from the other one.
Yeah, and so you're from a different universe, technically.
And then if you preserve your timeline, you would have existed twice in the new universe without the second you have to go back.
Yeah, and you'd have to Yeah, that's fucking complicated.
Weird.
And you'd be able to go if you you die well before you got to. That's what I'd like to do. Go back to the fall of Rome
Uh-huh.
and just make sure fix Rome first off. Because okay, time to get political.
Okay.
So the fall of Rome apparently looked a lot like the fall of every single other so-called democracy or republic.
Sure.
Which Rome was a republic. Which we're a republic. So there you go. Or well, not a representative. We're supposedly a representative democracy, but we're more like an oligarchy, according to every expert in existence. Well, not in existence, but most of them. But so the fall of Rome. The start of the fall of Rome started with economic inequality, and then they elected some guy who was populist, a man of the people, except he was full of shit, and he became a dictator, and they got into the cult of personality, and then they started following that guy, and then that all the way down to Caesar. And, the mad Roman emperors and all that shit.
Yeah.
So that's a very huge simplification of the fall of Rome. Huge simplification. But basically, it was because of it started because of economic. God damn it! I can't even use words now. Should we just cut this whole piece out?
No.
Why not? I can't use words.
Because then if we cut it out, it'll be weird.
Good point.
Because you see bloggers do that a lot, and it's weird.
Yeah, that's true. Because
ours is with audio, and if the background noise is slightly
but then
different,
again,
people will notice.
Casey Neistat used to do that, where he would cut out, in between bits. But then again, that was kind of his style, and but we're also not vloggers.
Very true. But
We
I don't
were
like
doing a
cutting
podcast.
stuff. That's more work.
Oh yeah,
That means I have to go through the video and
yeah,
actually
we're lazy.
figure out.
Here's how lazy I am. I've never worn cowboy boots, but I bought some cowboy boots just because they didn't have laces. I needed some work boots, and I was like, that'd be a good time to buy some cowboy boots because I hate lacing up my shoes in the morning. And so far, good decision. They haven't broken in yet, but yeah. So Jared, away with you. Not away with you, but away you go on talking.
Yeah, great.
You're like, I'm on the spot.
Friggin' what's today? Black Friday?
Yeah. Oh,
we
yeah.
just saw a commercial that said Black Friday week.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Is it wrong to say Black Week?
Black Week. Black History Week? Black History Month?
But that's in February.
Oh. Well, that's... Well, why'd they call it Black Friday again? Do you remember?
Should we guess or should I look it up?
I think it's because, I'm pretty sure it's because that's what the workers would call it. They would refer to it like, Black Friday.
I'm going to fact check you.
Oh, you're going to fact check me?
Well,
okay.
You asked.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You're the, I said I wouldn't say his name because I still can't remember how his name is pronounced. But you're the...
Slightly redder than orange.
No, what? Okay, who's the new guy, though, that does it on Joe Rogan? What's his name again? The guy who Googles shit,
Ah.
And the Jim and Sam podcast, I think it is. They also have a dude that Googles shit. So I guess we need a dude that Googles shit. I guess that's you, since you don't talk as much. But he's Googling shit.
You can keep talking while I'm reading silently.
Jared, I can't hold this podcast up by myself. I'm just gonna let it be dead air. You can hear the water heater.
Oh, okay. It was to describe the heavy pedestrian and vehicle traffic that would occur after the day of Thanksgiving. I guess.
Who said that?
The
police? The government? Who?
Term originated in Philadelphia.
By the police?
No, it's just
Okay.
the earliest
Okay.
evidence of the phrase Black Friday applied to the day after Thanksgiving in a shopping context suggests that the term originated in Philadelphia, where it was used to describe the heavy and disruptive pedestrian and vehicle traffic that would occur the day after Thanksgiving. Wow, that was weird to read.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we don't have the answer.
We were wrong.
We were wrong. And yeah, that's dumb. Whatever.
So how?
Let's
is
move
it a
on.
week?
Whatever. Let's move on.
Fine.
Shit.
Next up is talk about everything that happened.
Oh, everything in the past 8 months? Okay. Democrats won back the House. That was a thing.
That was fairly recent.
Yeah, that was a thing. It was a blue puddle. It wasn't a blue wave. But it was a blue
A
puddle.
guy snapped his fingers. And,
Oh yeah. Dude decided to bring balance to the universe
Yeah.
and kill half of everyone.
Yeah, so that happened.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, by the way.
For anyone who
Anyone
hasn't
who
paid
hasn't-
$4 on Amazon.
Yeah. Anyone who hasn't seen that though, it's gonna be like, what the fuck are they talking about? Dude snapped his fingers and half everyone
Well, I
left.
think they'd seen it from the commercial because
Yeah,
they
probably.
just kind of said.
Good point. But this is a garbage podcast. we are failing.
Well, considering where we are.
No, this is. Come on, Jared. We're not doing. I'm not having words form in my head. I don't do words good. But we really have nothing to talk about, don't we? I mean,
think of something.
I'm trying, but like, oh yeah, let's just get back to it.
Let's think of something.
No,
and
let's
go
get
off
back
on a
to
tangent.
the time travel thing.
Okay, time travel thing.
So, fuck, we really used up that goat, didn't we?
What else is there to talk about?
I think it's milked that cow. I don't know what the fuck is the expression.
I've never.
My brain doesn't work today, okay, guys? So bear with us. Or just turn off the podcast and don't listen. It's fine. We don't really care. This is just the third one. We gotta get back into it. I'm just like, talk and go. Nothing.
There's nothing.
Are we just gonna talk for the rest of the podcast about how we can't think of anything to talk about?
I hope not.
Oh my
talk
god.
About something.
We might need to cut this.
Name something.
Cheese.
Fantastic.
That's the thing we always fucking name when you say name something
There's
random. Cheese.
different kinds.
There's cheese. Oh, no.
There's
No. What, are we playing the word association game? Sure, let's do that.
yes.
Jared, word association game. Bubble.
Gum.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Light.
Switch.
Fuck you. Come on, be a little more abstract. Sweater.
Finger.
What? How does...
I don't know. I saw
How
your
does
finger.
that...
I saw
Okay.
your finger and I was like, that's gonna be my next answer no matter what he says.
Oh my god. Okay. Mask.
I was gonna say ing.
Masking. Oh my god.
Like masking tape.
Yeah. You should have said ing tape. Headphone.
Jack. Well, that was uncreative.
Yeah. No shit. How about you do some words?
Doorknob.
Foot. I don't know.
What? Glasses.
Face.
Pineapple.
Pineapple. Apple. Does that count?
Sure.
Okay. What else? What else you got?
Oh man, there's so many words to pick from.
No fucking shit.
Stone.
Throne.
Luxury.
Car.
K.
I don't know.
Key.
Fob.
We're just finishing the phrase.
I know.
Squirrel.
Oh my God. Girl. That's a comic book character, by the way.
Oh. Skunk.
Man. That's not. Oh my God, this is an awful podcast.
Terrible.
It's just us laughing at how stupid we are. Oh my God.
Borax.
Stuff? Oh, we need to talk loud because the phone's ringing in the background.
Yes.
Talk loudly.
Loudly.
Keep talking.
Don't
until
stop.
it goes away.
Don't let there be a gap.
Is there... Okay, stop ringing.
Okay. I'm not even sure if it's in the audio, but we'll find out.
Yeah, it probably is. Anything else, Jared? Anything else on the docket?
Talk about anything.
Talk about anything. I think we've covered that. Okay, we need to add things to the list.
Okay,
God damn it. I lost my phone.
you put it here.
Oh, okay. What else we got?
Let's see.
We have Dead Air. Oh, news. Okay.
What's in the news?
Oh, Trump is going to be impeached in the coming weeks.
Really?
That's not actually a headline. I'm just making a prediction. Because
I don't think that's true.
Roger Stone Associates says he is in plea negotiation with Mueller's office. Now, here's the thing.
Oh.
There are like 3 things that Trump has already confessed to inadvertently on the news that he could easily be arrested for right now. Well, not arrested, but, indicted. Except you can't indict while you can. That's a difficult one. You got to impeach to indict, and then you got to, so you got to do articles of impeachment?
And this is why he's in negotiation.
Yeah. But, so, yeah, I don't know about coming weeks, but...
Yeah, not coming weeks.
Months,
It's going to
maybe?
take longer than that.
Or maybe we'll make it all the way there, and there's no hope left for our democracy.
Maybe we'll make it to the 4-year.
Yeah, maybe we'll make it to the 4-year mark, and we're fucked. Oh, yeah, I haven't talked about this. We haven't talked about that yet.
What?
So, we're off politics because it's too depressing to talk about right now. Red Dead Redemption 2. So,
yes.
This like falls into South Park a little bit almost.
It does. It definitely does.
Because of the last... Oh yeah, South Park came back. We didn't say that.
Oh yeah, we meant to say that.
South Park came back since the last podcast, which I'm very happy about. Seeing as it's one of my favorite shows.
It's a great show.
Mm-hmm. Dead Air.
Fuck
it. There's a goddamn TV in the background. What the hell? We need a real soundstage.
I don't think it's going to be too hard to guess where we are.
No, because I already said water heater.
Yeah, I heard you hitting a wall.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely in a wooden structure.
Yeah. We're in a basement in a psychopath's house, and please help us.
Yes. He gave us a computer and our microphone.
Yeah, so he gave it to us so that we could record our last will and testament. Well, we decided to use it to do a podcast. So we're stuck in a basement. Don't know where we are. I heard weird, like, chirping noises outside a few times. Like, a lot. It's probably birds. But, I mean, how many birds are in New Mexico? We don't even know we're still in New Mexico. That was a long drive, and he used that hypodermic needle. I don't know what was in it. I woke up a little drowsy. But, he's just got us down here. He's been feeding us some pretty good food. I thought he was a chef at first who just, needed people to, feed his food. But I don't even fucking know. What the fuck?
You're just going on.
Just going on. Just keep going. I'm joining an improv troupe, guys. Obviously, I'm not because I have self-respect. I'm kidding again. But I don't have self-respect. But how far did you think I was going to go with that?
I don't know. You go pretty far until you just start laughing.
Yeah. Yesterday. Oh yeah, we had Thanksgiving dinner yesterday, obviously, because it was Thanksgiving. Yeah. Well, I don't know, not obviously. Some people, just have Chinese food on Thanksgiving. Because that's like the only thing that's open. And even sometimes that's not open. So. But,
yeah, it's like 88% of Americans actually have turkey.
Well, I would like to make that number lower because I'm not a fan of having turkey on Thanksgiving.
I like mixing turkey with cranberries.
I don't.
I
dislike both of those things. So
I would say they are quite good.
Well, you're wrong. So okay.
Fantastic argument.
It's a wonderful argument.
So what were you talking about again? I forget.
Oh yeah.
Thanksgiving.
We were I was just making the most bullshit art. So I cuss a lot, if you didn't know. And I don't even cuss that much on this podcast compared to how much I cuss at home. And my aunt and my cousin, Jared.
Which is me.
Yeah, him.
Came over
for dinner. And we had food. But my aunt doesn't like cussing.
No, she doesn't.
And
annoying. That's why I don't do that on this podcast in case she ever listens to it.
Uh-huh. Well, I was trying to argue the merits of cussing. But she was making these arguments and I was strawmanning them. Like, totally. Complete strawman arguments. Complete. And they were good. They were lawyerly, strawman arguments. However, they were complete bullshit. And then she had the audacity to compare me to Trump. Trump doesn't even use strawman arguments. He just fucking says shit. And sometimes it counteracts shit whatever. Trump's a jackass. But she compared me to Trump, and that's mean. I love how
I can't even,
getting compared to a president is an insult. Because Trump. Yeah, that's depressing. Yeah. Okay, get off that. Let's get back to Red Dead Redemption 2 and South Park.
Yes. Man, Bear, Pig.
Well, I guess.
That's that's
the whole thing, yeah. So, it was called Time to Get Cereal.
And then nobody got cereal.
Nobody got cereal. Nobody got cereal?
Nobody got cereal.
Yeah, so Time to Get Cereal. Is that how he says it? It's like, you guys, you gotta take me cereal. I think that's a pretty good.
That was just from ripping on me.
But, so, basically, South Park apologized for the actual episode Man, Bear, Pig that they did, what was it, in 2006?
It was like 12 years ago.
Yeah. So, 2006. Yeah, it was in 2006. And they did an episode on Man, Bear, Pig, which, if you don't know, I don't know how you don't know, but maybe you don't watch South Park. But what's wrong with you? If you don't know, Man, Bear, Pig is an analogy for global warming. And they were basically ripping on Al Gore for making a big deal about this fucking imaginary thing that didn't actually exist. And it's just a fucking scary creature that he's telling everybody about. It's never actually going to show up.
And then
it shows up.
And in the second episode...
Oh my god.
They revealed that all the old people in the town actually made a deal with it.
Spoiler!
Fine, whatever.
Okay, spoilers. But you knew that.
We can talk about spoilers.
Yeah, I know.
We spoil everything.
I mean, fuck you if you care about spoilers.
Also, this episode came out 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's true.
So if our 4 subscribers haven't seen it...
Yeah, if our 4 subscribers... If you're out there, Is there anybody out there? Just not if you can hear me.
We're spoiling it for you.
Yeah, we're spoiling it for you. So
They
at the
made
end,
a deal with it. So
I'll
that
let
they
you
could-
explain it. There you go.
They made a deal with it so that they could have cars.
And ice cream. No,
Exactly.
and boutique ice cream.
Exactly. Which is a perfect analogy for global warming.
and they're literally like they say
And
you
they-
got to make a deal with it, and then they just cut to them in an office with a lawyer signing paperwork, and Man Bear Pig in a suit sitting there.
Man Bear Pig says he'll go away forever and never return as long as they give up Red Dead Redemption. And of
Red
course,
Dead Redemption 2
Yeah.
and soy sauce.
Yeah.
And then he goes out and tells the town that, and one guy says, "So just plain rice?" And he says, "Yep, that's what I thought." And
Yeah.
he says,
And
I'd like to go into restructuring.
do a renegotiate.
It's like, okay, so you agree that
He has rights to all the third world children's lives.
and
They got
you
it.
agree that he will come back in 5 years.
Okay, where do I sign that?
Yeah. And he will come back in 5 years, and his car and the
cartridge will be
1,000 times worse. Yeah. So
He's gonna return in 5 years.
yeah, which is actually before when the UN climate study said it would return,
Mhm.
but that's basically when it's too late and we're all fucked.
Yeah.
By the way, 12 years? Is that all I get? Seriously? What the fuck? I'm probably gonna die before that just from, I don't know, a fire or some shit that just wiped out the entire United States, or, I don't know, stuff. Something's gonna happen, and we're fucked.
Well, yeah. California burns
Okay.
to the ground every year, so.
Okay, can we
Everything
just
is
acknowledge that everything is happening now? I know there's a song, "We Didn't Start the Fire."
Yeah.
And,
We
it was
totally
always
started.
burning since the world's been turning. Except
Except
it fucking hasn't.
And except we threw wood on it.
Yeah, we threw wood on it and fucking gasoline. And lit the match and, well, it was already on fire. Wait. No.
We lit another one.
Yeah, we lit another one anyway.
And they combined.
Sure. But no, if it seems like everything is going wrong now. Like the world is ending.
There are a lot of hurricanes.
There's fascism everywhere in the world. It's basically end times. I mean, let's be honest here. We got 12 years left. That's end times.
Yeah.
And no one's gonna fucking do anything about it. So we're fucked.
Yeah, so what are we going to do about it?
Nothing. But nothing.
Okay, Man Bear Pig is real.
Yeah.
Now what are we going to do
Oh,
about
yeah.
it?
No shit. No fucking shit. Exactly. It's so fucking true. The guy's just sitting there. It's like, listen, babe, you can't listen to everything everybody tells you. You gotta think for yourself sometimes. Like, some people are gonna say Man Bear Pig exists. Some people are gonna say it doesn't exist.
They
Who
just
can
wanna
know who's
scare
right?
you into thinking Man Bear Pig is real to convince you to their agenda and whatever.
Yeah, and then Man Bear Pig fucking comes in through the door behind him.
He's
and,
right behind you!
Yeah. He's like, and he turns around, he's got wine still in his hand, he's like, okay, what are you gonna do? So Man Bear Pig is real. What are you gonna do now? Like, the Chinese aren't gonna do anything. And then he just gets eaten. But basically, yeah.
Yeah. What are you
Yeah,
going to do?
what are we gonna do? What you need to do is you need to fucking vote so that people will fucking actually, because the only people who can actually fix this are actual lawmakers, because they created the problem in the fucking first place by making everything oil based.
Oh, yeah.
Which,
by the way, if we do go to solar, we still need oil for things.
you do know that some of the first cars were electric cars, right?
Yeah.
So
They were actually electric.
and they didn't work bad. That some of them still run today. Jay Leno has a freaking electric car from the 1800s, and it runs. I mean, he put new batteries in it, obviously,
Well, yeah.
but
The batteries have increased.
It runs. And it looks like a big telephone booth rolling down the street. But no, like
But yeah, we still need coal and oil for other things.
and there were giant.
You don't just burn them.
And they had giant electricity generators at not only the Hoover Dam but also Niagara Falls, frickin' forever ago. But no, the lawmakers decided let's not focus on that. Let's focus on gasoline because it's cheap right now.
And what?
And then
how did that turn out? It's not cheap anymore.
Yeah, it's not cheap anymore. It used to be cheaper than water.
It used to be like a nickel a gallon or something.
No, it used to be like a penny a gallon when during the Texas oil boom.
Yeah, from when it first started out. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was literally cheaper than water.
And now what is it at? $2.75?
Yeah. So
if you're lucky.
That's here in New Mexico.
I know.
Where it's low. In California, it's probably fucking $4.
Oh, jeez.
But you know, you need to vote. That's what you need to do because the lawmakers can if the president. This is what the president can do. The president has the ability to sign executive orders. The president today could sign an executive order banning the manufacture of gasoline-powered cars. Easy. Fucking no one could stop him from doing it. I mean, I guess the Supreme Court could rule and say it's unconstitutional. However, they wouldn't because it's not.
Yeah.
Because it is a thing that damages the public. It's an obvious. There's obvious evidence that it is a detriment to public safety, and so therefore you can ban it. So, he could do that, but he's not going to do that. You could also implement a carbon tax. But I think that's kind of a roundabout, lazy ass way, though.
Yeah.
You could nationalize the fucking energy industry, like the oil industry. You could nationalize it and then kill it. You could nationalize anything really. During World War II, they nationalized the steel industry. People fucking threw their hands up in the air about that, and then it created one of the biggest economies ever. So, that was a good plan, wasn't it? Or the iron and steel industry, is what and also the auto industry, they nationalized that and made them only make tanks. So, and it worked, didn't it? So, gotta take control sometimes when shit is hitting the fan.
Which it clearly is.
It clearly fucking is. You gotta fucking deal with it. So, but I think also some people are overestimating how little we can do to impact it in the reverse. Because they act like, we can't plant stuff. We can do a lot. They're like, we're going to create power plants that suck carbon out of the air. No. Create fields of forests that suck carbon out of the air.
Exactly.
And they do it all by themselves. Or you could create... algae farms, and they suck significantly more carbon out of the air. You know what you could do? You could create algae farms that that oxygen or carbonate the water by just blowing air into the water, and it circulates carbon through the water, and you could have it over oxygenated, so it pulls more carbon out than oxygen. And then the frickin' algae would use that
and
live on it, and they are much more efficient than trees. So you could do a lot of things, but you just gotta fucking do it. But no one's doing it. And you gotta actually get off the couch and do it. And I'm not obviously talking to people actually sitting on the couch. I'm talking about the government who's sitting on their fucking hands going, I don't know, what do we need to do? We need more studies on what we should do.
There have been plenty of studies. It's been studied for like 100 years.
We've known the oil companies knew about this in the fucking 80s.
Yeah.
I think they knew about it before the 80s, but they definitely knew about it in the 80s. So, and they didn't tell anybody.
And then people are going to make the argument that there's going to lose all the jobs of coal
Who cares?
miners
Fuck 'em.
and oil workers. But we use oil for other things.
First off, that gives how many jobs? How many people does it take to operate one oil well?
How many people
Like, maybe-
want to grow up to work in a coal mine?
Yeah, who the fuck goes, when I grow up, I want to work in the coal mine, breathing dust and getting the black lung. Yeah, that sounds like fun. You know that movie Deepwater Horizon? I want that to be my job.
Yeah!
I want to be blown the fuck up and freaking thrown into a burning lake of freaking fire. Like, no, not even a burning lake of fire, a burning ocean of fire in salt water. Yeah, no thanks. With sharks underneath you.
It's just all around bad.
Yeah, it's just shitty. And first off, oil stinks. It gives you cancer, and it's terrible. Electricity kills you instantly. Doesn't have a smell other than that ionizing smell sometimes. If you have to, what is it? Anodes that are next to each other.
Oh, the anode, cathode.
Yeah, and they
make ions and
they
do all that fun stuff.
And it makes ozone in the air.
Yeah.
And it smells awful. And ozone is poisonous too. But, that won't happen if you don't have electricity arcing.
Yeah. The point of electricity is to not do that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's the point.
Well, no.
The point of
actually using it.
Yeah, the point of using it. The point of lightning is to do that exactly.
Yeah.
Imagine being next to a lightning strike. Oh my god, that would suck.
It really would.
First off, it would suck all the oxygen out of the air near you. Because, it would burn it.
Well, there's that one kid got struck and he just, couldn't breathe for a few minutes.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's the guy who got struck 7 times. And he died on the 8th. But he was a farmer. And he was always standing out in the field getting struck by frickin' lightning. Like, how do you keep living on a farm after that? How do you not install a shit ton of lightning rods on your farm after you've been struck 7 times? I think after the 3rd time, that's when you go, maybe I should put up some lightning rods. You think after the 6th time, he would go, maybe I'm prone to this. Not go, it can't happen again. It's like when you're on roulette, right? Yeah. You're playing roulette and you bet on black and you lost. And you bet on black again. And you've bet on black 10 times. How many more times can it not hit black? You can't change it because the second you change it to red, it's going to hit fucking black. So you got to keep putting it on black. But, it's basically like that. He's like, well, I can't put lightning rods up now. Well, that doesn't make sense. There's no downside to putting up lightning rods.
Maybe he just didn't care. Maybe he thought that he got struck 6 times. Mm-hmm. He's been fine.
Maybe he just thought, immune. I got all these cool ass electricity tattoos all over me. I think I might want another one.
By lightning for that.
Maybe I'm gonna just walk with there's this one spot on my shoulder that has no electricity tattoos on it, so I'm just gonna walk with my shoulder at the highest point, for a few months and see if I can get one to hit right there.
And it still might miss.
Yeah,
that kid got struck in the upper shoulder to head area, and then it exited his hip or something. Didn't go to his feet.
Well, I think one of the best, probably had rubber shoes on then.
I tend to think that if lightning travels hundreds of feet through the atmosphere, a shoe is not going to stand in its way.
Yeah, well, probably. I don't know. It depends on the rubber, obviously, but...
Well, yeah, wrap them in electrical tape, that'll do it.
Sure. That's how that works.
Exactly.
So, we're running out of things to talk about. Yeah. Channeling Shatner.
Talking slowly.
Talking. Using words.
That sound
dramatic.
Intelligent.
Because you pause more than Obama. Obama's pauses are so fucking long. And I know that you can help me win. It's like, okay, that's too many pauses. I can't do an Obama impression anyway. I can't do really many impressions. I can do a few impressions really well. And for some reason, Google tried to turn on my phone again. Stupid Google. I think I just heard it again.
Yeah.
And you can definitely hear my chair.
No, the chairs are being really annoying.
Yeah, that's
I'm
a
just
loud
trying to
chair.
shift for comfort.
Yeah.
And it's making sound.
It's like... Sounds like you're like running through a hallway with really squeaky shoes. Yeah. Movies coming out. Okay, so
Ooh, what's coming out?
tonight I'm actually gonna go see The Green Book.
Oh, okay.
And
I want to see that, but not tonight.
yeah. And on Christmas, Christmas is gonna be good.
What's on Christmas?
Vice. Yeah, if you have not seen the trailer to Vice, go watch it. Just look up Vice, like Vice News, but Vice. And then trailer. You know.
Yeah.
Trailer. Like that thing you pull behind cars. You know?
And that things go before movies.
Yeah, those. The previews. Oh wait, no, it's trailer. Don't look up preview. Look up trailer.
Yes.
But the Vice trailer, oh my god, does... Okay, so it's about... The movie's going to be about Dick Cheney's rise to power. And it's done by the guy who made The Big Short. And person who plays Dick Cheney, I will not tell you, and you should not look it up before watching the trailer. I will tell you that. Please don't look it up before watching the trailer. Just go watch the trailer and try and guess who Dick Cheney is before it flashes it on the screen. Because you won't be able to. You just won't. I saw it without knowing who was playing Dick Cheney, and I could not tell. Now, I'm guessing since that trailer's been out for a while now, most people know who's, playing Dick Cheney in it. But if you haven't seen that trailer, go watch it. Don't try not to look up who's in it. Because, holy shit. They're going to win an Oscar for makeup, or the lead actor is going to win an Oscar for just the performance. And possibly Best Picture. Possibly. I don't know. It looks really freaking good. It's like a comedy, but it's political. And yeah. So go watch that movie.
What else is coming out?
Movies. Remember? Bombay. Infinity War. So shout out. I don't know why I'm shouting out.
Why are you shouting out?
I don't know. But shout out to Screen Rant. Because they make great videos. Their what is it? The pitch meeting videos are fucking hilarious.
Yep.
And I don't know why we're shouting them out.
I don't know.
We don't matter at all. Like, but
they are not going to notice.
No shit. But yeah. So they're hilarious, and basically they summed up Black Panther's part in Infinity War just saying "Bombay," and that's pretty accurate. That's basically all he does. Like, I'm certain that the guy inside the costume was not Chadwick Boseman when he was, fighting, because they don't show the face inside, Black Panther's costume. So I'm certain he wasn't in there. It was definitely a stunt double. So he has a very, very small part in this movie. And basically all he says is, "Bombay." And then everybody behind him says, "Bombay."
And they say it a few more times.
Yeah, and they say it a few more times. And then they run.
And then they say Wakanda forever.
Oh, yeah, Wakanda forever. And then they run and kill all the demon dog things.
Yeah.
And of course, there's always got to be like a mindless army. Why is there always a mindless army?
There was one in the first Avengers. There was
There was definitely one in the second Avengers with the robots.
Well, yeah, it wasn't necessarily
That was a mindless army.
mindless, but it was more of a massive controlling.
Yeah.
But
Well, it was meaningless people for them to kill.
exactly.
Like it was
It's robots.
it was chaff. Like, you know, it was just fucking shit for them to hack into.
They're robots.
But, you know, we don't need all that. Maybe we want to see a freaking boxing match. You know, we don't want to see Clash of the Titan. Well, that was a terrible movie. I don't know why I brought that one
I
up.
don't know. Thanos is a Titan.
Yeah, that's maybe why I thought of it. No, we don't need to see.
And then we saw a boxing match. He beat Hulk.
We don't need to see the battle in the Two Towers. Is it the Two Towers? Lord of the Rings. Where they have the giant battle.
I need to go back and rewatch that.
Yeah. It's not like the giant we don't need the giant battle from the Lord of the Rings in every goddamn superhero movie. Or even every team-up movie. We just don't need it. It doesn't need to be a big epic. I mean, it can be, but it doesn't need to be. Like, we didn't need...
It's just a thing for, like, half the characters to do.
Yeah, we didn't...
It's a filler.
Exactly. And the filler is annoying. But other than that, it's an amazing movie.
Also, it might have been better to show Thanos actually using those on another planet instead of just, like, rounding people up and shooting half of them.
Yeah.
And somehow just having these things on supply.
Yeah.
Like, you know, just in case.
Since we're on, you know, Infinity War, let's talk about theories. What do you think is going to happen? I'm basically going to be ripping theories from other fucking people.
I kind of went in a totally different way when you said theories.
Oh.
Like, you said what was going to happen. I was going to say, like, how the friggin' Infinity Stones work.
Oh, no.
Because I don't like because science's explanation.
What was his explanation?
That they are black holes.
Oh, that's a shit explanation.
Of course it is.
Fuck
he got
you.
that from, they said, there were 6 singularities. Which, of course, means black hole.
No, a singularity just means a single point. It doesn't mean black hole.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So,
like, it could be a white hole. That's technically singularity, I think.
It means a point, or...
with 0 dimension.
Exactly, and since these things were outside the universe, screw dimension.
Yeah. But so here's what I think is going to happen in the next movie.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first off, I think that Captain Marvel is where they're going to fix the snap. They're going to undo the snap at the end of Captain Marvel. That's what I think.
Okay.
Like, she's going to come
she's gonna
to
be
Earth, and she's going to just undo it. It's going to be super easy. And that, or maybe...
Because that seems to be an entirely different story.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, no, because they said they're going to come to the present in Captain Marvel with Captain Marvel.
Okay, so the present is obviously after the snap.
Yeah.
Perhaps that's where she gets there so they don't have to introduce it in the next.
Maybe. Well, I think they're going to definitely do it maybe at the very beginning where they undo the snap. Right? And then, because they said in the only description they've given that there's a bigger threat that Thanos has to fight off.
Yeah, the bigger threat.
And I have a feeling the bigger threat is Eternity. I think
Galactus.
Avengers Eternity is much better. I don't like Galactus.
No.
I don't want Galactus to be. Wait till they do their own Fantastic Four and actually make it good. And then do Galactus.
Well, now that they own it.
Yeah. Because, oh my god, how is it that how is it that Fox has never made...
They could easily make one from the original comic.
Yeah, but, I mean, how is it that Fox has never made a truly good movie Marvel movie, other than, like, Deadpool and Logan and what else? Deadpool, Logan, and a few of the X-Men movies, but those compared to the Marvel movies are arguably garbage.
Yeah.
I mean, they came before the Marvel movies, and
Yeah, but then
You know the
Marvel
quote,
showed up and just wiped them away.
yeah. But it's Kevin Feige showed up and wiped them away.
Yeah.
But like the quote, I've only seen so far because I stand on the shoulders of giants who came before me, or something like that. Even though that quote was making fun of somebody, Einstein was just making fun of one of his peers. So it doesn't have the meaning that everybody attributes to it, but it also has the meaning everybody attributes to it, and I like that meaning better anyway. So that meaning is better. But yeah, stuff.
Yeah.
I need you to talk when I don't.
Okay. Well, since we're talking about Infinity War, it's just popped into my mind. Toy Story 4.
Fuck no. Not even gonna watch it.
You're not?
No.
No?
Because I'm tired of Toy Story. Like, 3 was too many. 2 was where they should have ended it.
Yeah, probably. I think they tried to round it off with a finishing trilogy.
You know how everybody loves the TV show Gravity Falls?
Yeah, it was freaking great.
It was an amazing show.
And they ended it where it needed to because it made you sad that it ended.
Yeah. Like,
that's how you know it's a good show.
Everybody wanted it to go for more seasons, and maybe it should have gone for more seasons. It could have gone for more seasons.
But that's how you ruin a show.
Yeah. That's how you turn The Simpsons into one of the least watched TV shows. Because can anybody tell me what happened last week on The Simpsons? No, you can't, because you didn't watch it.
I haven't watched any of them.
Can you tell me what happened last week on Family Guy? No.
No, that show got old after, the season 8.
Yeah. But you can't tell me what happened last week on South Park, so that means they've held up.
Well, yeah, they do.
But they've changed. They've significantly changed. They're arguably a completely different show.
Yeah.
But it's still good. I mean, They stumbled last season a little bit because they focused too much on one fucking thing, and it got boring. And people were like, your main storyline is lacking. Yeah. We don't really like it anymore. Bye. But now, they haven't even talked about Trump at all.
No.
Have they?
No.
I don't think so.
No, they haven't.
They've fucking made fun of Al Gore again. But they said sorry.
Yeah.
They profusely said sorry. They're like, we were wrong. Bam Bear Pig is real. And, yeah.
Yeah.
But how were they wrong about climate change in the first place? I mean, really?
I don't know.
Like, even in the... Like, I mean... I had the internet from birth, so, how would I be wrong? How do you get misinformation? And, like, you can get misinformation on the internet.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, when you have access to all the information, how do you not decipher what's misinformation and what's not?
I don't know.
This is pretty easy.
Well, I'm going to get back to what I was originally going to say.
Oh, sorry.
About Toy Story 4.
Yeah.
And Infinity War.
Yeah.
How, the voice actors, why can't I think of their names?
Oh, Tom Hanks. And,
yeah, Tom Hanks and
the guy who does did Home Improvement.
Yeah, that guy.
Was it Home Improvement or was it the other one?
Last Man Standing.
Last Man Standing. He's on that.
Yeah. Buzz. How they said that.
He did a lot of Disney movies.
Yeah.
He was Santa Claus.
Exactly.
He's like the Santa Claus.
That's what the movies call him. Yeah, Santa Claus.
He's the Santa Claus. I mean, there's really no one else you think of when you think of Santa Claus nowadays, do you?
No.
No. Neither do I.
Yeah. But anyway, they've compared the ending of Toy Story 4 to the ending of Infinity War. No idea.
What the fuck?
What's happening?
They're gonna kill all our favorite characters, is what they're saying?
Apparently.
Fuck. Well,
which I mean, they already got rid of half of them in the beginning of.
Yeah, and I didn't like any of the new characters in the third. Like any. But,
completely.
Well,
different.
then again, we're fucking arguing about children's movies.
We are.
I mean, they are for everyone, but they're children's movies. But Infinity
Children's
War.
movies that throw toys into a burning pit.
Yeah, Infinity War is for teenagers and up, according to their rating. Oh yeah, did you hear about the PG-13 Deadpool?
Yeah, Once Upon a Deadpool.
Yeah. Apparently, it was the plot for it was made up by some like kid, and he sent it to Ryan Reynolds, and he was like, "That's a great idea. I'm gonna do that."
How did they even put it together so
I
fast?
don't. Well, obviously they did a fuck ton of improv,
Yeah.
so I'm guessing, and they probably had to do some extra lines or
Well, I
something.
guess if you wrote the plot, then you don't really have to figure it out.
And it's really not hard for Ryan Reynolds to film scenes
No.
because he just throws on the suit and jumps in front of a nice camera and
talks.
basically any backdrop. I mean, the apartment, that was just a regular ass apartment.
Yeah.
The alley that he runs out in the first trailer, just a regular ass alley. Like, so it's not difficult to do research with just Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Because he's always available for Deadpool.
I would like to see him worrying about where to use the one F word that he gets.
Oh.
And then mess it up. That would be great.
It's like, fuck! No! I was saving it! Yeah, that would be good. Yeah. But, so the plot's completely different, right? I think they said it's completely different.
I don't know.
But, it's funny, the fucking trailer. Him reading to Dan Savage from, what is it? From what he was originally in. You know, that movie. The old one. The old Christmas movie. I don't remember. What's Upon a Deadpool? So, other things in the world. Let's talk about philosophy. No, goddammit.
No, let's not talk about philosophy.
That's boring. I mean, it's interesting when you're in a philosophy class and you're,
Well, yeah.
bullshitting.
But
Like-
we're on a podcast with 43 minutes
Wait.
remaining.
Oh, remaining. Wait, till 2 hours?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we've talked for a good hour. That's not too bad. That's not... Yeah, a good hour.
Yeah,
Over
good
an
hour.
hour.
Yeah.
Like, the good part is an hour. There's 17 minutes of bullshit in there. 17 minutes of... Exactly. 17 minutes of...
Yeah.
No, we breathed. 17 minutes of...
Why do we keep doing
And now 18 minutes of... And now 19 minutes of...
We can stop this now.
Okay, yeah, I can... Yeah. That's where you do the cuts, right? And scene.
Yeah.
Chair
sounds.
Chair sounds are awesome.
I'm
So-
getting less comfortable.
So there's a lot of new movies that are coming out because this is Oscar bait season, right? So especially Vice, they totally they dropped it on Christmas just so that they could get it in time for Oscars. Supposedly, Instant Family is really good according to my family, so I take that with a grain of salt. I still haven't seen the new Dr. Seuss. I will not be seeing Creed 2 until, I'm not paying to see Creed 2. Let's put it that way. I saw Creed, but it wasn't amazing. So
Yeah.
They won Oscars for that shit. Like, really? Really? I mean, really? It wasn't good enough to win an Oscar, I think.
I don't think the people who give Oscars actually consider how entertaining a movie is.
Yeah. Well, obviously not. Because they've never given one to any of the superhero movies.
Well, no.
And those are the, highest grossing movies of all time?
Oh yeah, Marvel, Star Wars, and
The
what's the other one?
Oscars
Is the other
said they
one
were
Lord
going
of the
to...
Rings?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
those are
Titanic.
No,
Titanic was the highest grossing ever.
the highest grossing franchises ever.
Oh, franchises. Yeah, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars,
Marvel.
Marvel.
Yeah, those are the top three.
Um,
And Marvel being number one.
I think Star Wars is number one, actually.
No, Star Wars is number two.
Okay. Well, the Oscars, the Academy, I guess, decided that they were going to add another category,
Mm-hmm.
which was basically fan favorite, essentially. I forgot exactly what they called it. But everyone got pissed off because they were like, why don't you just give some fucking Marvel movies a goddamn Oscar? Like, you don't need to create a specific category for them. For movies that the average people like, but you guys don't, because it's not frilly enough. Like, just, if it's a good movie, fucking... just because it's got people with fucking spandex suits on doesn't mean it's a bad movie.
It doesn't have to have like a really deep, boring story to be a good movie. It just has to be entertaining.
Oh. Something I want to talk about. Fuck this guy. Fuck him with a... I'm going to use Kyle's term, with a trillion demon dicks. Like, okay, Bill Maher can go fuck himself.
Oh, is this about the Stan Lee thing?
Yeah. Fuck him. Like, I used to hate watch Bill Maher because he said he's an establishment He's an establishment hack. I was gonna say establishment ass, but that doesn't make sense. Yeah, he's an establishment hack. He's basically a Democrat now. Like, just like basically where Nancy Pelosi is. Like, straight middle of the road Democrat. So stands for nothing. Very corporatist. Doesn't super fucking out of touch. You know, used to make good points. Now he doesn't almost ever.
Mm-hmm.
But he decided to write a random article right after Stan Lee died about that basically said fuck comic books and fuck the guy who wrote them.
First of all, comic books have changed the way stories are told
immensely.
Yeah.
First off, he said that they say nothing important, and it's only in a world where comic books are fucking revered like they are that Trump could be elected president. That's what he said. Fuck him. First off, Stan Lee was a pioneer of civil rights. First off,
yeah,
he had black superhero characters.
He
drew Black Panther
black, and then they put a suit over him.
Yeah,
the other artist put a suit over him. He gave him a mask.
Yeah. So, Black Panther and all the other black superheroes that he wrote in the 60s, during the height of the Civil Rights era, he wrote stories about how everyone is essentially the same, how we're all just people on the inside. That guy who fucking swings from webs from city buildings, he's a person just like you. Yeah. He fucking gets bullied by fucking... some douchebag at school.
And the SJW is getting upset about the...
Okay, don't use that term. I hate that term. SJW.
Crazy women.
No. SJW is a stupid term.
It is. I say that because that's what they claim to be, and you know exactly who I mean.
Yeah, I know, but... it's a term that has been hijacked.
It is.
And... they like to call every liberal that, even though they're not.
That's stupid.
You know. So I don't
those
like...
people...
I also don't like the term...
attacking Stan Lee for making Spiderman a white, straight guy.
No one's really doing that. I don't know of anyone doing that.
They did. I saw it.
Where?
There was a Twitter...
oh, fucking cunt on Twitter. Who cares?
I know. It was stupid.
Well, then who cares? Like, this is Bill Maher we're talking about. Fucking
Bill
shitting on...
bigger,
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, who cares about one troll on fucking Twitter? I really care that Bill Maher legitimately thinks that comic books are meaningless, and that the comic book medium is meaningless, and that the biggest thing Stan Lee ever did for the world was get you to go see a Marvel movie. That's what he said. So
that's bullshit.
He's an asshole. And I used to hate watch Bill Maher. Again. Because he made, some good points, some terrible points, and I would like to fucking yell at the TV and about the terrible points. But he made some good points. But now he's just an asshole. Who's being an asshole to be an asshole. So.
Yeah.
He doesn't say anything intelligent anymore. He used to. He used to a while
He
ago.
doesn't anymore.
He doesn't anymore. So, the best late night hosts are like, how does the same network that has John Oliver, one of the best late night hosts in like that you can fucking come up with, one of the best versus one of the worst.
Yeah.
Like they're on the exact same channel. I guess they're trying to, spread that audience base. Like, do you like terrible commentary or do you like awesome commentary? But top 5 late night hosts. Go. Yeah.
How the heck did we get to this subject?
I don't know. Top 5 late night hosts. Go.
Oh, crap. John Oliver.
Okay.
Mm,
I'll make it easy on you.
hang on. Because Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon have been falling flat lately.
Very much. Well, Jimmy Fallon's always fallen flat.
Well, yeah.
Jimmy
Kimmel
Kimmel's,
used to be really good.
I actually thought he got better.
Did he? I don't think he did.
Yeah.
I'm more bored with his shows now.
Well, I've never really watched him anyway because he's not very funny.
No.
I mean, no offense, Jimmy Kimmel. I'm sure you're a very funny guy in person, but you have an air of an asshole. Like, you got that air of just being a dick.
Yeah.
It's not really, it doesn't seem funny when you fuck with people. It seems more like you're just being a dick. And sometimes that's not funny.
Uh-huh. And then Jimmy Fallon does like the, I think my favorite part of his show is like those Twitter things. Where he sends out a topic and becomes a trending topic in the United States or whatever. But then he has to stall.
Okay, top 5, not bottom 5.
He has to stall to actually read like 5, which is annoying.
Okay, you want me to hear my top 5? Let's make it easier. Top 3.
Top 3?
Yeah, you got one more.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, you got 2 more.
I've only said one.
Yeah, so John Oliver, number 1.
Who else is there? I'm seeing faces, I'm not seeing names.
Okay, can I say my top 5?
Yeah.
My top 5 are John Oliver, Seth Meyers, Jim Jeffries,
Comedy Central. If you can't tell, we're getting tired.
Yeah. We've been up for a while.
Yes.
What's his name? Stephen Colbert. He's number 4. He's tied for 3, though. Like, let's be honest here. But he's number 4. Because I do like Jim Jeffries' comedy better. I do not like his show better. His show is not better. His stand-up comedy is significantly better. And his podcast is better. Like, the podcast he does after the show, better than the show. But he wouldn't tell you that. He would tell you, though, that it gets more views than the show, which it does. But, and then number 5... Shit. I don't know what number 5 is.
Is there a 5?
I don't know. There might just be 4.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not putting Trevor Noah up there because he is such a disappointment. No offense, Trevor, but you're a disappointment. People thought you were gonna, take over for freaking Jon Stewart.
Wait.
Did I say of all time though?
I don't remember.
If I didn't say of all time, that's my list. If I do say of all time, that's a completely different list.
Okay.
Because Jon Stewart's definitely on there. And so is Craig Ferguson. Craig Ferguson would be like number 2. But he's not on anymore, and neither is Jon Stewart. Speaking of which, those are 2 people who need fucking shows. I know that Craig Ferguson has a podcast, but I can't find it. And I'm assuming it's not very long. But yeah, Craig Ferguson was awesome. And so was Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart was kind of epic. Who has Jon Stewart been hanging out with recently? Like, just did a whole interview.
I have no idea.
Oh, Dave Chappelle. That's right. He did a whole interview with Dave Chappelle about stuff. It was the 9/11 responders bill or whatever that he was talking about again. Or maybe it was something completely different. I think he did an interview with Dave Chappelle. That was good a while ago. So, okay. Favorite comedians?
Favorite comedian?
Yeah.
Jim Jeffries.
Aw, come on. Yeah, okay, favorite comedians.
Higher than that? Okay.
I'll go first. You go second.
First. I'll steal some of yours.
Okay. Because you already did. No, favorite comedians of all time.
Of all time.
George Carlin's got to be number one.
Oh, yeah.
He's got to be number one. I mean, can anybody else be number one? You know, Louis C.K. used to be number two until I don't know if he's still even on the list because I can't even watch his comedy without, thinking, should I really be watching his comedy? I don't even think he's on the list anymore. Even though he was number one at one point. Like, imagine if Dave Chappelle you just find out, oh, he's a murderer. Oh, well, shit. I don't know if I'd keep him on the list. Like, you used to have like a list of all-time greatest football players, and I'm guessing OJ was on there. And then he wasn't.
Yep.
It's the whole separating the person from the I guess art, even though football, not necessarily art.
No, I think it was more of like a
Discipline.
Over-hyped thing that a couple people played once.
Yeah. Football, an overhyped thing that a couple people played once. Okay. That'll get you some comments.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a fan of football.
Well, I can't watch any sport, really.
Neither can I.
It's unbearable. Like, I need to be, if I'm watching something, if I'm giving all my attention to something, it's got to be teaching me something. Or I've got it. And it doesn't have to be like, it doesn't have to be like, teaching me fucking science. It doesn't have to be teaching me math. It doesn't have to be teaching me shit you learn in school. It could just be teaching me about what this one person thinks on this one thing, even if they're completely wrong.
Yeah.
Teach me something.
That's enough.
Like, teach me what fucking, I don't know, teach me what Bill Maher thinks about Stan Lee. Like, that fucking asshole. Well, now I have learned that Bill Maher is a piece of shit. Like, there you go. I learned something. Yep. The more you know. What else, Jared?
New subject.
New subjects. Okay. I gotta pee. What about that subject?
Well, we can pause the recording.
Okay. Let's do that.
Okay.
I love how I say, I gotta pee. Okay, let's make it a little nicer. I gotta take a piss. So I took the piss.
And then we started talking about stuff. Is it actually going?
Yeah, it was recording.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I took the piss. No, I don't know what you heard of that. It could have started afterwards. And
And then we
thought of something. So Spider-Man Homecoming. How fitting of a title is that? That's such a good... Because literally, it's when Spider-Man came home. That's some subtlety.
Yeah.
When Spider-Man came home to Marvel, it's Spider-Man Homecoming.
Exactly.
It's coming home to Marvel. And then Spider-Man Far From Home, that's another home one. They're trying to say, this is the home of Spider-Man, damn it. It's like, we need to keep him here. This is his home.
Everything is going to be home.
Yeah, everything. The next one's going to be, what? What'd you say it was?
Stays home.
Stays at home. Yeah. Spider-Man stays at home. No, Home Alone, Spider-Man edition.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Home Alone with Spider-Man. That'd be fucking funny. they could do that.
You know, they do the whole neighborhood for that.
Yeah.
He'd be like taking over the whole neighborhood.
Spider-Man.
Just swinging pipes from alleyways.
Yep. Okay. Since we're on superheroes. By the way, we need to work on how quickly we go between subjects. Because it's too fast.
Yeah. I'm sure we've gone off on 3 tangents from what we meant to talk about.
More than 3. Way
I've
more.
Counted 3.
You've
but
counted
I forget what
3.
they were for.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. When you go off on a tangent, you forget about how the hell you got on it. And then
We don't write stuff down.
Yeah, who the hell writes anything down?
But to stay off this tangent, what were you talking about?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Since we're on the subject of, superheroes, what superpower would you want?
Oh. Teleportation.
Huh. Because that could be achieved through science.
Yes.
So Iron
But
Man
not at
could
the
technically do that.
True.
Oh. Iron Man can make portals. Portal gun.
He doesn't need Doctor Strange's help anymore.
Yeah. I mean, if Iron Man got a hold of that book, all those books,
Yeah.
he could totally make machines that do all that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he could go, oh, it doesn't need to be your hands. It could be any molecules that make those motions that open up those weird fucking magical bullshits. Those perfect plot machines.
Yeah.
No, those what are they called? Ex Machinas. Is it Ex Machinas?
I think so.
Ex Deus. I don't know. Whatever.
Deus Ex Machina?
Yeah, Deus Ex Machinas. Yeah. Basically something that just fixes everything with a snap of your fingers. Oh, you mean like the glove? Yeah, that.
Yeah, that.
Like the Infinity Gauntlet, which is why they're not going to undo the Infinity Gauntlet with another Infinity Gauntlet.
No.
Or that's why they made the Infinity Gauntlet break when he used it to do the snap.
Mm-hmm.
Because, it's like a circuit breaker.
Yeah.
And it's because it's like trying to run a fuck ton of voltage through tinfoil. It's like, this is the power of the gods, and here's your little metal glove. Now harness it. Okay. So, I am still betting that Infinity War, though, is going to be about eternity. Or not infinite, goddammit. Avengers 4 is going to be Avengers 4 Eternity. I'm still betting that.
Oh.
Everyone else thinks Annihilation, but I hate the Annihilation character.
I don't know who that is, and is Eternity also a character?
Eternity is where...
I have not read the comics.
Eternity
honestly,
is the embodiment, is where the infinite... I'm pretty sure. I'm like 90% sure. I'm not entirely sure now. But if you got like a different... there's a 7th stone or something.
Oh!
And it creates...
That'd be
you
cool.
put them all together and it creates eternity, the physical embodiment of the universe. That's what eternity is.
That would be cool, I feel like.
But eternity is basically God.
Yeah.
Except he's not. Because the one above all is God. And the one above all is the only person, the person that's below the one above all is the living tribunal. And people are saying that we might see the living tribunal and the one above all in this next one. Because living tribunal in the comic books showed up when Thanos snapped his fingers to rule on. Because the living tribunal shows up and he rules on shit. He's like, you just fucked up with the universe, and I gotta decide if you actually fucked it up or not. And if you did, then poof, you're gone. Except here's the thing: in the comics, Thanos basically destroys. Well, no, in the comics,
Thanos has a completely different motive.
Yeah. Well, he wants to... First off, in the comics, he's an idiot. Like, he's not smart in the comics.
Yeah.
He's just trying to win Mistress Death, and she's ignoring him, and he can't understand why. That's it. Like, he just can't get it. Why does she fucking not like me? I've killed all these people, and I've given her all this death, and
that's her
she
whole
still
deal.
doesn't like me. and he fails to realize, oh, she's not, a fan of death. She is death. Yeah. So, she doesn't want people to die. She wants things to take their natural course instead of him snapping his fingers and everybody got. But in that one, and in that one, Malekith, the fucking elf, is like his sidekick. I'm really glad they didn't have Malekith the elf be his sidekick. Wait, was it Malekith? No, it was Mephisto, who was the devil. Not Malekith. Never mind. Mephisto, who's the devil, was his sidekick instead of Ebony Maw. But literally, Mephisto is the devil in Marvel Comics, like the actual devil.
Eternity sounds interesting.
Yeah, Eternity is the physical embodiment of the universe, and he looks like a. He's drawn like a nebula that's in the shape of a person with a face. Actually, it looks more like a constellation, really, with a bunch of galaxies with face that looks like a constellation.
So is he actually in the comics?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Eternity's in the comics.
But is he actually created with 7 Infinity Stones in the comics? Because I'm pretty sure that if there were 7 Infinity Stones, someone would have pointed it out.
Well, they weren't called Infinity Stones; they were called Infinity Gems. Yeah,
and everyone knows they're the same thing.
Yeah. But they were also much more powerful in the comics.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the one above all is God. He's the Marvel God.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, I was thinking Stan Lee could be the Marvel God. Like, that would be cool.
That'd be cool if he
That would be so self-referential.
If he was that character.
Yeah. Well, because, he's talking to the Watchers, right?
Yeah.
But it'd be great if he's, like, if that character that's talking to the Watchers is, say, like, the writer. Like, or the author. Or you call him something like that. I don't know. And he's just the guy who, just by saying words, changes reality. Or changes everything that has existed or everything that could exist, or like he could snap the fucking Marvel universe out of existence. That's the kind of power that would be awesome for Stan Lee if he ever had that kind of part in the comics. That would have been awesome for him to have.
Yeah.
But
I'm not sure at this point they do.
Yeah, I doubt they'd do that.
But if they did do it, I don't think they'd make it like the cameo kind of.
Yeah.
I think they'd make it like a CGI epic character.
So they're making an Eternals movie.
Yes.
And the Eternals were, the giant, that, in Guardians of the Galaxy?
Ego, the planet,
well, Ego
was actually a celestial.
Yeah, he's a celestial which created the Eternals, right?
Yeah.
So, and I doubt he created the Eternals, but
the Eternals are
not the new Eternals.
Human.
They said the Eternals in the movie will be more like the old Eternals. The new Eternals are more superhero gods. The old Eternals are more like Titans. Not like Thanos Titans, but like Titans.
Yeah, I know what you mean. The big dudes.
Like planet-eating, like Galactus, basically.
Yeah.
Like they're a bunch of Galactuses without faces. But yeah, so, and some of them are different. Like everyone who showed up to fight Thanos in the comics, where a lot of Celestials showed up, and Doctor Strange. Okay, that was dark. Oh, they might actually go that route.
What?
The way that Doctor Strange beats Thanos in the comics is not by, in one of the comics, is not by, there is only a one way, well, he says there's only one way, and you gotta listen to me. Oh, wait, no, it wasn't Doctor Strange. God damn it. It wasn't Doctor Strange. It was Adam Warlock, who had been killed by Thanos, and he used the Mind Stone, or no, the Soul Stone, Soul Gem. Sorry, to kill him. Basically, sucked out his soul and put it into the Soul Stone, Soul Gem, whatever. I'm just gonna call them stones from now on.
Stone is easier.
Yeah, Soul Stone. So he got put in the Soul Stone, and then he basically used mind control to figure out his way out. And a lot of magic.
So do you think the MCU Adam Warlock's gonna have anything to do with it?
No, I think Doctor Strange is gonna replace Warlock. Because they use time as the excuse instead of him knowing everything about Thanos and the Mind Stone. Or the Soul Stone. They use in the comics, they say, oh, he knows everything about the Soul Stone, he knows everything about Thanos, so only he can beat him. Which is true. He beats him.
Yeah.
I think. I can't remember exactly how it ends. It ends convoluted. But he undoes the snap, basically. Oh, yeah, sorry. No, what happens is Adam Warlock goes back into the Soul Gem, and then he takes over the Soul Gem, or the Infinity Gauntlet from the inside, basically, and kills Thanos while it's on his hand. Oh, wait, no. It's not on Thanos' hand, it's on Nebula's hand, and Nebula's fucking crazy with power, and he's inside it, and he makes it fly off her hand or something, I don't remember. And then he basically uses the fact that he's controlling it with his soul, I guess, to materialize a body for him. And then he just undoes everything that Thanos did. And when Nebula first has it, she says, I wish everything was as it was tomorrow or something. Or not tomorrow, yesterday, 24 hours ago. And she doesn't remember that she was like basically zombie 24 hours ago because Thanos had turned her into the walking living dead or whatever to torture her because he could to impress Mistress Death. He made her look like Death but walking. And so she basically turns herself back into a zombie and then she's like, wait. She comes back, it's like, okay, good now. And then, Adam Warlock goes into it, yeah. But what they do with the Avengers is they don't use them for anything super important. Like the Avengers, what they do, and actually even what the Celestials do is unimportant. Like everything that anyone other than Adam Warlock does is ultimately unimportant. Actually, the person to true... What the... Oh my god.
So what was going on with the light just now?
I don't know. It just turned off.
It looks whiter than it was. I feel like it was yellower.
Yeah. I don't know.
The light just went out.
But
it
so...
came back on.
The Infinity Stone, Adam Warlock goes and... God damn it, I forgot where I was.
You said it like 5 times.
I know.
That he...
Okay, so the Avengers are useless, basically. And the Celestials are useless. All the gods are useless against Thanos because Thanos is so much more powerful with the Infinity Gauntlet than anything. Even though... I don't think he's more powerful than the One Above All, but... The Living Tribunal says he didn't undo balance in the universe. He actually said, sorry, the One Above All. He didn't say it like that, but he said, sorry, the One Above All. But he's just, trying to upset your power in the universe. He's not upsetting the balance of the universe. He's just upsetting your power. And so then the One Above All agrees with him and says, well, I can't fight with him. Fight in this fight if the Living Tribunal won't. So he goes away. Oh my god. Now the dog's whining at the door.
Ignore it.
How do we ignore it? She's so loud. Okay, we'll deal with the dog. Sorry about all the fucking cuts. We're working out the kinks. We have, it's yeah. you know,
Things happen, and you need to get rid of them.
Yeah, people happen, and you need to get rid of them. It adds character. Yeah. It adds an air of unprofessionalism, which is what we're going for, right? Totally.
Yeah. We're not going to be professionals at this.
Yeah. So back where we were, though, the Avengers are useless, and that's how I think. So how does that correlate to what? Oh, sorry, not the Avengers are useless. That's a broad statement, isn't it? No. In the comics, when Adam Warlock has the Avengers go and fight Thanos, he's legitimately using them as a distraction. They're just bait, basically. Well, not bait. They're just a distraction while he basically puts his whole plan in motion. And the Celestials are even a distraction. Like, they're just there to be another distraction. Like, it may have worked, but it didn't at all. And so, how are they going to let that influence in Avengers 4? I don't really know, because
they changed the stories.
Yeah, I know, but they changed. God dang it! What'd they change? They changed everything.
They keep half the universe thing.
They changed it from being
They changed the motive.
But the Infinity Gauntlet is much weaker in the movie than it is in the comics. So, and obviously, I'm guessing if you've seen it, you saw that at the end of Infinity War, the Gauntlet is all fucked up. So, what does that mean? Probably, it means that someone more powerful, not Captain Marvel, is going to show up and going to know how to defeat Thanos. I think Captain Marvel is not here for Thanos. Captain Marvel may help with Thanos, but she's not here for Thanos. And she's not going to be what destroys Thanos. I think what Captain Marvel is here for is the future Skrull War. That's going to happen. Like, they're going to use the whole secret invasion storyline.
Yeah, like the fake humans.
Yeah, and fake Hulk. Like, Hulk has to be a Skrull. I mean, come on. He's got to be. Well, he was so weak against Thanos. Hulk literally destroyed worlds. So.
Well, he was much stronger in the comics.
Great. Well, Hulk from the Incredible Hulk, which is technically canon in the MCU.
It is, because it was made after Iron Man.
Yeah, so it's technically canon in the MCU. He is significantly stronger than he is in Infinity War. And in Infinity War, he can remember things that happen while he's Hulk, which isn't normal. So I think just that fact makes me think he's definitely a Skrull. But
well, when he was Hulk,
he comes back and says Thanos is coming. How would he know if Thanos is coming?
He didn't have to be Hulk when Thanos got there.
Good point. That is a good point.
He could have hulked out just then.
Yeah.
He could have been hiding in a tiny little corner.
Yeah.
And then been like, nah.
But they didn't show that.
Well, no, they didn't. He just kind of showed up.
Loki's totally alive. He's got to be. I mean, he's got to be, right? We've seen other people make physical copies of himself.
Mm-hmm.
I think we saw.
Well, that would be
Thor did it. Physical. Thor did it in Gore the God Butcher. When he in the comics, Thor what was it?
Well, this would be the first time Loki made a physical recreation, like one.
Yeah, in the movies, with. But we know that he can do it in the comics.
Yeah.
And Thor says in one of the comics, I'm pretty sure it's Gore the God Killer, or the Gore the God Butcher. That Thor says something like, "You don't." Oh yeah, it's old King Thor, and he does the trick where he shows himself, but he's not actually there, and it's a physical body that actually gets killed, but it's not him. I think. God dang it, I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure he said. I remember the line. You don't live with the god. You don't grow up with Loki, the god of mischief, without learning a few tricks.
Yeah.
So, and that line means that Loki knows, at least in the comics, Loki knows how to make himself a physical copy of himself that's not actually him, that he can control. And why would Loki go straight for the neck with a knife when he knew he had the Power Stone and the Space Stone? I mean, come on. That's just dumb. Why would he do that? Loki is the fucking god of mischief. He's not going to just go straight for the neck. That's more along the lines of Thor. Could Thor have been controlling a Loki robot? Because he was just sitting there, looking at him. He wasn't doing anything. I don't know.
I think Thor missed the whole "we have a Hulk" speech for the first one. Like they would have had to tell him about that.
Oh yeah,
to make that reference.
We have a Hulk. Yeah.
Unless it's
was he making a reference though?
Tony told him we have a Hulk.
No, the movie was making a reference. I don't know if he was making the reference. But then again, it would make sense.
He made the direct reference.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
But does Iron Man seem like the kind of guy who, after he's hanging out with you, tells you about the line that he said? Like, you won't believe this. You know what I told him? I told him, we have a Hulk. And you should have seen the fucking look on his face. Like, it was hilarious. That seems like the kind of guy Tony Stark is.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Actually, no, it doesn't at all. That seems more like Falcon.
Definitely.
Falcon shows up and he's like, "You won't believe what Iron Man said."
I completely forgot that in Ant-Man he completely got beaten and he said, "Don't tell Steve."
Oh, yeah. No one telling Captain about this.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I don't know. Speaking of nothing, so I think we should probably end the podcast since this was one of the worst. First off, we've done 3.
Yeah. And
come on.
Secondly, we haven't had practice.
Yeah, in 8 months. And sorry that this is the worst podcast we've done. That's a matter of opinion, by the way, but I think it's the worst.
Circumstances are not ideal.
Yeah, and we need better shit to talk about. We don't have, intelligent people that just talk about their professions.
I know. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
But, interesting profession.
Yeah, I don't know, philosopher. Or we could get that guy with the 200... Nah, that would be boring. He didn't seem interesting at all.
The 200 what?
The guy with the level 200 IQ who's just a random freaking farmer that's trying to write a book about the meaning of life.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That sounds like it would be drawn out.
Yeah. Not to mention, I saw an interview of him and he was just boring as fuck.
Huh.
So boring.
So next time we're going to have a better filming location.
Filming? I didn't know we were filming.
Recording location.
Recording studio? Yeah, sure. Studio with air quotes.
Yeah.
I love how you got to say with air quotes.
Because we're not filming.
Because we're not filming. But, yeah.
We could just say bye.
Okay, bye.